Imagine it's Friday morning, not even at 8 o'clock yet, and you haven't had your coffee. You've got a gun show Saturday, a consignment pickup Sunday, and 3 transfers already queued up. You grab your coffee, open your POS dashboard the way you have every morning for 6 years, and there's a message you've never seen before. Your merchant account has been terminated, and your funds have been frozen. So you call the processor. You get put into a hold queue, and by the time someone actually picks up, they're reading from a script, talking about terms of service, a review, and funds held for up to 180 days. 180 days. Now, the termination itself isn't always the most damaging part. What you do in the next 48 hours is. Now, like most in this situation, you panic. Your first instinct is to move fast, apply for a new merchant account, get back online before the weekend. That instinct makes complete sense. It's also the instinct that turns a 3-day problem into a 3-month problem. So just imagine you do what most people in your situation do. You Google merchant account for gun stores, find a few names, and submit 3 applications in one afternoon. On 2 of them, you list the business as sporting goods. On 1, you don't mention guns at all. So by Saturday morning, you have 2 automated denials and 1 under review that sits for 11 days before coming back as declined. Now here's the issue. You've just made it harder to get approved, not because you did anything dishonest, but because inconsistent disclosures across multiple applications, well, that raises red flags that follow your business through underwriting. And you've burned a week on processors that were never going to say yes, regardless of what you put on the application. Square doesn't do firearms. Stripe doesn't do firearms. Most large national banks don't do firearms either. That's not a risk decision, it's a policy decision. You can have a perfect chargeback history, spotless FFL record, and the answer is still going to be no. And there's no application you can craft that changes that reality. And the shutdown probably wasn't about anything you did wrong. It's the system. Banks exit the firearms category. Processors change internal policies. Entire verticals get reclassified. The termination isn't a verdict on how you run your business. It's a placement problem. You are processing with a bank that was never truly built to hold a firearms account long term. And frustratingly enough, that bank eventually moved on without you. So now you're thinking, so what do I do? Well, here's what you do instead. Instead of applying everywhere, you slow down. You pull the termination notice and read it. You confirm which funds are being held and get a written timeline on their release. You stop submitting applications and start talking to processors who already operate in the firearms space. You see, firearms-focused providers work with acquiring banks that have already approved firearms and ammunition sales. They've reviewed terminated accounts before, and a prior termination does not automatically close that door. And guess what? In fact, it often just confirms that you were placed somewhere you never should have been to begin with. And yes, they will ask questions. They'll ask about FFL documentation, product mix, gun broker activity, chargeback history, etc. But those questions aren't designed to disqualify you. They're designed to structure the account correctly so it doesn't happen again. It's about getting placed with banking infrastructure that's actually built for what you sell. So if you're in this situation right now, don't reapply to general processors. Don't submit inconsistent applications, and don't try to restructure under a new entity to work around the shutdown, because those moves extend your downtime and complicate future underwriting in ways that are genuinely hard to undo. At TacticalPay, we work with established gun stores and FFLs, including those dealing with active terminations or freezes, to get them back online the right way, with properly structured accounts and banking partners who understand what you sell. So maybe you're facing a merchant account termination, or maybe you're a brand new FFL who wants a firearm-friendly credit card processor. And if that's the case, reach out to us here at TacticalPay. All right, I hope you found all of this helpful, and please subscribe to the show. And if you want to talk through your setup, TacticalPay is where to start.